Hello. I will certify myself as a conductor of the energetics that exist all around, all the time. I'm the founder and creator of Heart Rhythm Healing, which is my business. And the notion behind that is that we are each equipped and coded with ability to heal ourselves. All we do is tune them birth out of that download idea from spirit. I really seek to be guided by spirit and downloads and the energetics that exist, just like I'm a conductor of the energetics that exist all the time, and so are you. So I create open sacred medicine space, all of us to come and sit and bathed in the healing force energetics that exist around us. I code and set the intention for us every single week. I call it Tuesday, and I did that session today. And you're all in if you want to participate. It's the link description below. It's harmonic ensemble. It is a subscription-based group. I also have a free group, so there's no fee or no subscription in there, and that is the harmonic.us. It's also linked in the description box below, and all of the other places that you want to connect with me are in the description box below. There's a link to the Mayan Calendar that I get information that I'm sharing in these videos from, and I was introduced to calendar through another YouTuber, Cassia. Her channel, Cosmic Conscious with Cassia, is linked in the description box. So if you'd go connect with her content, she's phenomenal. There's a dream read from that site, and then also I have a link to the daily Affirmation. So really quick, we're going to go through the tiers, the cycles that we are currently spiraling through along this very creative galactic matrix of time that's called a dream cycle. And that was created by Jose Arguelles. He put all of this information from like the Mayan system in time. However, he has put his own spin on it. And that is what we are flowing through, is this like really coding into the energy of the qualities of these archetypal tribal glyphs, the unpacking what that means for in each given moment. And it's a beautiful way to flow through life. I had this divinely inspired yesterday. Possibly the 13 tone nation are a pathway to help each one of us manifest what it is that we're seeking to, whatever that is in our lives. And I think it's interesting that spectrum today continues to sort of flow into idea where, like, it's the code keys are dissolve and liberation. And again, what was sort of like into my heart mind was this idea of, I'm here to really truly manifest what you want to bring. You have to let go. You really have to trust that thing is coming no matter what, no matter what happens, it's headed your way. And so to like dissolve and the rigidity that we have around the ideas that we like cling so tightly, right? I think that our logical has these ideas of how it can happen. And when we go down that lane, it can inevitably like stuck in this rut of that structure, right? And so again, we sort of need to allow this sacred masculine the ability to bend and move that divine feminine flow. So that requires us to really like dissolve and release and liberate these very structural, sometimes limiting ideas that our minds and brains concoct, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. That was sort of flowing through that. I don't know, and like maybe that ends today. I don't know. But I think it's kind of neat that idea just dropped into my based on a conversation that I was having with our viewers. So I think that's really neat. Personally, I think it's pretty cool. Very humanistic in my way of thinking, I guess. Okay, so top level, we are spiraling through 13-year White Wizard wave spell, and the energetics that are coded into these 13 years were 4 years. So we have 9 years left of being in the like of thread the vibrational qualities of enchant, receptivity, and timelessness to this flow of time, which is cool. And again, we're in our fourth, so that brings us to the red self-igniting moon year that we're currently in. The red moon tribe has the codes of purifies, universal, and flow, divine feminine in my world. And that's contrasted with existing tone of creation. Those code keys are very masculine, which I think is super neat. I feel like this year is really not, and it's interesting because it's not year 2023. It was 2022 into 23. This flow of time is really about divine union of the feminine that's flowing in our world right now, energy speaking in the like coming up neat and sacred masculine divine you too and into 23. And there's a lot of thought lead, Cassia included, that have talking about this divine feminine, divine union that's been happening 2022 into 2023. So it's just really cool that the contrast. And again, those code keys are define, measure, and form. And then the next that we come to is the 65 season that we're in. We've turned that season over, and we are in the northern dog season heart, really dialing into our emotional patterns and emotional body and learning and unpacking and exploring the lessons that aspect of us has to teach us. And the code keys of the white dog are loves, heart, and loyalty. I'm sure that in that order. Heart, loyalty. So those code keys are being woven into the energetic fabric next. It's a six season. Not sure how far do we are. I'm assuming. I'm thinking probably like 50 days. Final days of the Green Castle of Enchantment. This is the of time that we're spiraling through right now, and it ends on Friday. And again, enchantment, that idea is all about really gaining clarity of our thoughts, our words, and our actions, really gaining those and bringing those into alignment with our authenticity of who we are and who we want to be, right? Like we using the 4 agreements concept of being impeccable word, but not just spoken, but actually like our thoughts, because that's the jet point of everything, is what we think. Okay, next I have the 28-day moon cycle that we're in. And again, we're rounding up this week as well. So lots of things are up in the next couple days. So some of the things that are up, I just talked about the cast time. We're going to be transitioning into the red Eastern casting. We are cycling out of the 260-day matrix. So Thursday is the last day of the 260-day kin galactic galactic matrix. We've gone through all of the 13 tones and 20 tribes. And then Friday, we start that again. And so Thursday, and we also have galactic activation portal up. So those are big days for us to really, like, as we turn over, from final, the 260-day cycle, the galactic matrix, into day one, where we're kicking off a new we're kicking off a brand new galactic mace spin. And then I think a day after that is the day of the 28-day moon that we're in, which is the red moon of attunement. And the keys are channel, inspire, and attunement. What are you tuned vessel into? What are you channeling to you? Create and ignite that inspires you. And are you being choosy about what that is? That's a message for me, actually. Toiling with something this morning. So if I'm a little off my energy, that's why. Like, I really have something heavy on my heart mind today. So I've just kind of been sitting with that, and while also reckoning that there are things that I want to accomplish today. So that's why I'm in here, because I still wanted to make sure that I came in and I shared the energetics of today. Which I forgot yesterday. One of the things I've been trying really hard to be thorough in what I share about the calendar. And I forgot yesterday, and I've been meaning to create, and I will create. I just don't know when. That's how I roll, y'all. I forgot to mention that we have this rainbow bridge symbol. That's every day. Last year it was every Saturday, I do believe. This year it's every month, where anyone who follows under can enter in and do these rainbow meditations. It's about and really bringing in that high vibrational, light coded energy to ascend our planet for its highest timeline. And so I'm planning together that meditation for we can tune into and listen to every Monday. At least for the red self-existing moon year, it will be on Monday. So I forgot to mention that there's red rainbow bridge meditation, and I'll do together. I should probably do that. I need to note to self, make the meditate, right? Like, do the do. So the 13-day wave spell that we're cycling through, that's ending on Thursday, and then Friday is the new wave spell, is the yellow star wave spell. Sorry, I just am out of sorts today. Please forgive me. Yellow star keys are beautifies, elements, and art. I love about the idea for me way of beautify and again are looking for like simplicity. This will be this elegant of the White Spectral Mirror. And personally, I really love the mirror days because it's all about reflection. I think that that's crucial in the world right now, is for each one of us to get clear about the fact that what we think other people are thinking is actually what we are thinking. It's not thinking. And the more that we to dive into and understand in ourselves, the better we're going to understand the world at large, because it is us. We see ourselves in other people. And now that's a hard pill to swallow, and it's a really hard concept to like wrap your finite mind around. I struggle with it. But it doesn't get any less true that the way we view the world is its own unique and independent lens. No one else sees the world the way that you do. And the example I love to give is like, okay, so let's take a look at my Yeti that I drink every day because I love this color. This color to me is like a Tiffany blue or Tiffany, I don't know, whichever one, like a robin. right? But here's the idea that messes with me is that when I see this Tiffany blue color, robin's egg blue color, right? But what I want to know is, do you see it the same way that I see it? Like, what if your version of this color is actually my pink? So because somebody held this up and was like, this is what a robin's egg looks like. This is robin blue. And you're like, okay, that's robin's egg blue. But this was the color that you saw. Or this is the color I see. Does that make sense? It just really messes with me. Again, it's our own unique perception. I hope that makes sense. Or like, someone said, this is a pen, right? This is a pen. And so when you think of a pen, you know, this is what you see. It looks more like a cup to you, like from perspective. Like, it just messes with me. I don't even explain that correctly. Probably coming across as a rave tick. It's perception, right? Like, see things through the lens, unique lens. And so therefore we really have to see things identical. Right? That's basically what I'm saying. And I love that about White Mirror days. But the other cool part is it's a White Spectral Wizard. So this is my tone day. It's also my color tribe. Like white as a whole are all sort of, you know, they're all brought there with is it the northern direction? Yeah, the northern direction, this idea of refining. So White Mirror is a part of white tribal grouping. I'm a wizard, but it's sort of my grouping, right? And then the spectral is my tone. So it's kind of exciting. Today's a White Spectral Mirror. So we're going to do that. And what that means, the code key for White Mirror, because again, it's northern, white is associated with northern, and the code key refine. So energetically in our world today is being refined. Yes, very refined. The code keys for White Mirror are rooks, endlessness, and order. And just to remember, yesterday we broke this down. So the tribe, so the action is reflects. I want to make sure of this. The essence is order, and the burr is endlessness. Okay. Action, reflect, power, essence is order. All right, now we'll read White Mirror. The quote is from Anais Nin. This is one of my favorite quotes. My favorite quote is by Frederick Douglass. Is without struggle, there can be no progress. Because it is also one of my that while suffering in this is a choice that we make, struggling, we're gonna struggle. It's if you look anything out in nature, take your pick. It struggles for place and space in all existence. So of course, human beings are gonna toil, we're gonna struggle with this, but it makes us stronger, right? Like it gives us that an oak tree as it grows, like that little baby plant, like as it's strong, push up through the ground, it is great, gain the strength that it needs to continue to like drop down deep root, push up and grow super tall, right? Like it struggles, but it also builds strength through that soul. So that's why I love that quote by Frederick. Without struggle, there can be no progress. We will struggle in order to grow. I feel like oftentimes when we the struggle, we stagnate. So the more that we become comfortable with struggling, I feel like the less we'll suffer, personally. So this quote is from Anais Nin. It is one of my favorites. We don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. As human beings, we have many perceptions about ourselves, others, and the world around us. While it appears these viewpoints are fed on evidence and experience, all perceptions are actually reflecting the climate and content of our own psyche. Indian scholar Paul Levy shares, the universe is a divine ink blot. We are the source of meaning as ink blot. The universe is very malleable, and the way that we interpret the universe has a creative potency on how this universe manifests. End quote. So cool. In recognition that perspectives are relative to the orientation of viewer, White Mirror allows all points of view their validity, as we should. Even in the face of seeming oppositions or contradicting beliefs, Mirror understands all opinions to be subjective true. Knowing with holographic universe, there are no fixed absolutes. In essence, it is this endless diversity of reflections which composes the mysterious order of the whole, the many facets of the one. Mirror invites us delve to the source of reflection and polish the mirror of our mind, that we may see from deepest clarity we are capable of. In this way, all occurrences in our lives can be used to see ourselves more clearly as an ongoing meditation of self-reflection. Ultimately, as we walk through reflections, we can enter into the reality, the truth beyond the mirrors, into the divine order which pervades all. The final quote comes from Rumi. They're one of my faves. Not this particular, I love Rumi in general. Quote, we are the mirror as well as the in it. We are tasting the taste this minute of eternity. We are pain and cures pain. We are sweet cold water and the jar that pours. So crazy. This stuff is hard to I feel like it's difficult for me to wrap my finite mind around. I guess I don't know. How do you does that come easily for you? Is it easier to sort of break that down and really latch and understand it? Or were you like me and it's kind of taken some, you still are like, wow, that's just so, it's just such a huge concept to latch onto and really anchor into the idea that, yeah, there's 8 billion different truths out there, right? Because there's 8 billion people and we all have our own perspective and ideas about things, right? And just the craziness of, we get so locked into, no, it's our way. Nope, my way is the right, right? Definitely think that things matter, right? We talk about there's facts and those things matter. We need to have things rooted in fact, right? In order to make best logical decisions to move forward. Same token, true multifaceted item, and we need to honor that, do our best to really dive in and respect and understand it. My opinion, again, that's just my opinion. I'm if that doesn't resonate, I'm okay with that. Maybe you aren't, and that's okay too. Tone 7 is the spectral tone. Again, those code keys: dissolve, release, and liberate. And just so that we know, the action is the action is release, power is dissolve, the essence is liberation. This quote is from The Mitre, the book by Jose Arguelles. And 11 represents the dynamic of dissonance, accounting for randomness and non-stability. And tone 11 represents the power of creative dissolution and dissonant structure. Appear as destruction or chaos may actually be the necessary forces of liberation, evoking peace from rigid structure and format. As we release that which no longer serves, make way for new opportunities and understandings to emerge, setting us from expectations or definite notions. Spectral energy breaks us out of routine, releasing us into the realm of possibility. Like a refracting white light, reveal its full spectrum of colors. Tone 11 provokes us to see aspects of our wholeness that may be yet undiscovered, guiding us to dissolve fixed concepts or habitual patterns that weigh on. Okay, so for some reason, I just flashed to, again, final days of the green. Is that what it was? That's not what it was. In the beginning days of the what northern dog season, which is asking us to explore those emotional patterns, right? And so today on this spectral day, where the spectral tone is guiding us to fixed concept fears or habitual patterns that down. So what dropped in was, why not time today to really like learn an aspect of our emotional body that's that needs to be dissolved, to break free from that. I don't know why that dropped in, but I'd share it. Spec Howard declares, I invite breakthrough. I dissolve identity. I unsolidify. I release old models for new model. I wield dissonance as a force of liberation. I redeem chaos as untamed order. I shed. I free beliefs and constructs. No box, no separation, no boundary, uncontained, free form, receptive to the prismatic range of possibility. Love it. Spectral advises, let go. Let yourself be absorbed by life itself. Be flexible in yielding to the formless flow. Allow your focus to cover a range. Dissolve feelings, constrictions. Welcome spontaneity. Aiming disruptions and unexpected detours. Release allegiance to limitations, reliance on format, or fixation upon control. Undo, break down, mix it up. Allow energy to travel as it needs. Disperse into endless existence. And the quote comes from Jonathan Goldman, and I think this is a book, Shifting Frequencies. Quote, in the chaos creates, dissonance can up static energy and allow transformation to occur. It can stay fluid when encountering energy. Super cool. All right, so now we're going to read the daily information. It's in the description box below if you want to follow along. I'm going to jump into the Yellow Star with day 11 and read the qualities of White Mirror that they dive a little bit deeper in Astro Dream Advisor. If you want to click on that link and open a new window, you can follow along with me after we read the affirmation. Okay, so here we go. I dissolve in order to reflect. releasing order. I seal the matrix of endless with the spectral tone of vision. I am guided by my power doubled. Nice. All right, Dan, the question for us today is, what do I need to go of in order to be truly liberated? Maybe that's why I've been twisted. Maybe something needs to be released today. We'll sit with that even longer. I'm toiling with it. But anyway, white mirror qualities. Are any of you to something today? Let me know. Is it just me? Am I the only one ruminating on something that literally I'm like, why? Why is this such a big deal for me? Like, how do I let this? All right, white mirror qualities. Referring others back to themselves. Endlessness. Shattering truth. Fire. Spiritual worship. Discrimination. Timelessness. Clarity. Hall of mirrors. Sword of truth. Facing shadow. Integration of paradox. Have you unconsciously created a reality in which you seem lost or confused? In this show, you may feel enmeshed in the illusions of the Hall of Mirrors. Remember that the only real power the Hall of Mirrors has is your belief that its grand illusions are real. I needed to hear that. I'm going to read it again in case someone else needed to hear it too. Remember that the only real power the Hall of Mirrors has is your belief that its grand illusions are real. On Earth, we live on a holographic playing field made of the elements of time and space. This field draws to itself the density and mass necessary to form a three-dimensional reality. All phenomena within it are images that appear for our learning and growth. Since of us is a hologram of light in the larger hologram, getting lost in fear, judgment, and denial can certainly appear to be real, but it is only an illusion. The essential mind is silent, still, empty, hence capable of getting lost. The transformation offered in this shadow is found by being mindful. Meditate for the reestablishment of your direct connection and spirit. Become quiet and still. Imagine yourself timelessly in the center of the starlight mirror. So I want to make sure I share that glyph with y'all. Right. Right there. Imagine yourself floating timelessly in the center of the star glyph white mirror, receiving divine wisdom. Cut away with clear description. Forgive and release yourself and us. Enter into the time truth of the spiritual war. Another shadow transformation mirror may be found in seeing yourself clearly in the mirrors of the world and other people. Using others as mirrors allows you to experience truths about yourself. Ask for honest feedback from friends you trust. Risk hearing the truth about yourself. Openly observe the events in life to see how they can be used to better understand who you actually are. One of the most self-limiting illusions is the belief that one's own view of reality is the only one. This often causes the mirror of the world to reflect to you your unseen shadow. And when you see this shadow, it can produce a judgment or reaction. Such emotionally charged situations usually have two poles or options. When you believe that only you're right, both poles remain charged and fixed. For a moment, experiment letting go or changing your position. As you loosen your and step aside, the other position or person is freed to change. Understand that judgment and acceptance are two sides of the same mirror, the transparent mirror of attention. Very cool. I needed a lot of those little today. For some reason, again, I'm struggling, I'm toiling with something that I to all about. I gotta write it down. I gotta get clear about what I'm seeking to teach myself, right? So I feel like it's a big lesson because I'm really anchored into this. It's driving me mad. Maybe a little bit. Okay. If you found value, click thumbs up so that it helps me gain traction in seeking to grow this organically, at least now. And if you want to subscribe, go do that to my channel. And if you want notifications when I've hit the bell, if you know who might be interested in this content and feels like the right thing for you to do, please share it. You don't have to. I just appreciate you, full of like coming in here and sharing your gift of time with me. It is the most precious and creative gift that we can share with others. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. And and until we meet again, love light, do me a favor, please go shine. Mwah. I love you. Bye.